All right, welcome back. In this final series for SEO, we'll look at what happens once you have a bunch of content already on your website. So two things that you should be looking at are internal linking, and we're talking about backlinks from our own pages. So when you create a silo page and you have 10 articles that are discussing that one topic, you want all of those 10 articles to be having a backlink to your silo page. So that's one part of optimizing within your website. We're not talking about backlinks coming from third-party websites. You're talking about backlinks coming from within your website to a specific page. So that's one concept you should be aware of, internal linking. And then the second part is actually making sure that those internal links don't end up with page not found or error pages, because we go in and make some changes to our article. Let's say we rename the title a little bit, change it up a little bit, optimize it a little bit, but then the old title or the old URL has changed to this new one that you updated. Now, if you have pages that have the old URL, then your users are going to end up getting 404 pages or page not found. So we want to track that or optimize that setup where you don't have a lot of 404 pages. You're going to have a few, but you need to be able to monitor it and update it. So that's what we're going to discuss in this video. So let me jump over to the website and let's look at our blog. I'm actually going to go to the front end of the website and we'll look at our blog archive page. So when it comes to backlinks, there are two ways or two strategies that we can use to do internal linking. One is you have our silo page, which is in this case speed optimization, which is our blog category. And then we also have our SEO category. And what we could be doing is linking from, let's say, hello world back to this page, somewhere within the text of this, we would have a link for speed optimization and linking back to that page. Or we could have text here, which links back to this page, and then this page links back to this page. So that could be one of the linking strategies where you give hello world page a little bit more authority from a few of your other pages, and then that page links back to your speed optimization page. So actually, let's get into the backend and we'll start configuring things a little bit. So let's go back to the dashboard. I wanted to use that archive page just to show you how things are configured. So let's go to the post. Speed optimization and SEO, those are our two categories. Let me open up those in a new tab. And these have two articles, and this also has two articles associated with it. So let me go to this one here, open that in a new tab again, and I'll link from here to Hello World. So this is an internal backlink from one page to another article page. All right, so here's an example of a backlink within your content. So let's change that to hello world, right? And we'll update that. Let's view this page on the front end, and we're looking at this page here. So let's view this page now. And this was the part that was linking over to our Hello World page. Let me click on that. And you can see in the URL 2023-0101 Hello World. And when we linked from our second article to this page, that's the URL that got stored. So now let's say we want to update this URL. So I'm going to click on Edit Post, and I'll change the title. Let's say you were optimizing your page and you wanted to say nice world, right? And let's see what happens with that. Once I click on the update, you'll notice that my URL hasn't updated here. It still says hello world. What we want is the ability for the URL to update once you update the title, because majority of the time you would want to have a proper title with SEO optimized keywords in there. If you're looking at specific keyword, you want to make sure that's in your title, and you also want to make sure that that keyword is in your URL as well. So ideally, if you were to update this, you would want to update the URL as well. In this case, this has not happened. So once I update, go back to the page, you see that the URL hasn't changed. So how do we do this? The easiest way is to go into Quick Edit, and if I delete the slug, so the URL in WordPress terminology is called the slug. I'm going to delete that or empty it out, and I'm going to click on Update. Now that we updated the slug, I'm just going to actually click on Refresh real quick. So this page reloads and the slug should refresh. And now I'll click on Quick Edit, and you'll see that Nice World is the new URL instead of the Hello World. Right, so let me cancel that, and we'll go over to the front end, and we can see that WP, the date, and then the URL now. So now what happens? If I were to go back to this article here, where we linked to Hello World from our text, which is right here, if I just hover over it, you'll see that down at the bottom left over here, you'll see the link that it's supposed to go to. And it still says Hello World. And I'm actually going to click on that link to show that we're going to end up with a page not found. So now there are two issues that we need to address here. One is the page not found itself. That looks ugly. You probably want to design that up, make it a little bit pretty. And then the other one is update this, where you don't have to go look for, oh, I remember linking to this, or you have to keep track of which links are broken and then update it. You want a tool that will go through your website and say, you have all of these broken links and you should update it. So let's fix the design part, since we're already on this page and we already have Elementor Pro version. We can easily fix the page not found page to something more pleasing. Let me go over to the templates, the theme builder. And here you have the 404 page option. There are no templates found because we haven't configured anything yet. We'll just click on New. And ready-made templates are available from the Pro version. Let's just select that one and insert it. And we just want to make sure the display condition already has 404. Click on Save. and we'll go back to view page. So one thing to remember is every time you click on view page from a template, you will see that you're actually looking at the template itself, not the page. So if I were to go back to the blog page and click on that hello world link, now if I click on that, I get the 404 page. There's an easy way to do it, and you could just type in XYZ or some random number, uh, a URL that does not exist, and this should be shown to that user now. So much cleaner interface or cleaner visuals for your end user, and now they can click on go back home. This is not configured, so we would edit it again. So we addressed one of the issues, which is the 404 page itself. The other issue now is how do we update all the 404 pages or all the broken links, basically. So in order to find all the broken links, there are a couple of plugins. One is to actually find the broken link, and the other one is to do redirections. So we'll look at those now. I'm going to click on plugins. We'll add new. I'm going to install the redirection plugin. And I'll install that. So you'll notice that some SEO plugins are coming up when you want to do redirection. In our case, we installed SEO Press in our previous video, and we configured it using the free version. If you have the pro version, you have redirections available as a feature within the pro version of SEO Press. So if you were going to go purchase the SEO Press Pro version, we wouldn't need this. So again, knowing what is needed and then finding the plugins and minimizing the number of plugins that you need, it's very important in WordPress because there are so many businesses offering similar functionalities. You want to be aware of which one does what and where there is overlap. So now that I have the redirection plugin installed and activated, let's go to the setting. Source URL, target URL. Monitor permalink changes in WordPress posts and pages. And you want to do that. And you also want to keep a log of redirects and 404. Import existing. I don't want to do that just yet. The test went okay, and we'll just finish that up. So here is the actual dashboard for your redirection plugin. And the two main ones that I pay attention to are the redirects and the 404s. So now that the 404 is empty, let me go back to this hello world. This page no longer exists. I'm going to enter again, and we should get a 404 now. Okay, we have a 404 page. If I were to refresh this, I should see a log saying that there was a 404 shown to the visitor. It says hello world, and now this tool allows you to go and say, okay, well, this page should be redirected and it should go to Nice World. So we can add a redirect and it automatically takes the URL that you need to redirect. Now we have to find the URL where it needs to go. So if I were to go back to Nice World, Let's click on all. Copy link. Let's go back to this page. And here we have to type in the whole URL again. And that's what I did here. Just copied that URL, and I'm putting that in here. And we're saying add redirect. So now that the redirect is added, we're still on this page, hello world. Right now it says 404. If I were to refresh this page or press enter again, it should redirect me to the nice world page because we have added the redirection. Now let me press enter. And there you go. It has redirected me to the new page. Now, if I were to go back to the redirection module, if I click on the redirects, this is what we configured. And it says that so far there have been one hits, meaning it has redirected one time so far. So once you set this up, you'll get an idea of your redirects and how often people are still linking to that old page where it needs to be redirected. So just this plugin itself should be good enough to monitor all your 404 pages, and then based on the 404 page log, if you see something that has 500 404s, you're going to see a lot of spam attempts of people trying to hack into your website. But if you ignore those and try to go to the actual legitimate URLs that are 404 and add a redirect to it, this plugin should be more than enough. Now, if you had a much bigger site, you probably want to install Broken Link Checker plugin. And this can be resource intensive, so just be careful when you install it. Make sure you don't have a ton of pages, and hopefully your hosting provider allows for it, because there are some that actually don't. Broken, okay, need to be in plugins, add new. This was just searching the existing plugins. That's why I didn't find anything there. So broken links, broken link checker. Let's install that. This is a very popular one. That's why I installed it rather than some of the other ones that are here. So let's activate it. Settings. Check links every 72 hours. We probably don't want to do it that often. Probably want to do it once a week or once a month. Here we're configuring where to look for links. Again, you might not want to check comments. Probably don't want to enable comments without some configurations on who can post comments. Protocols and advanced settings. So let's do a recheck all pages. So it says a complete site recheck started, and it's found no broken links found, no URLs. Search blog for links. So this is still going on. We'll pause it for a second and then we'll come back. It has found one broken link. If I click on that, it's for this URL here. And the source where it found it is on this page here. So we can go to that page. I'm going to open that in a new tab. And the link text is ominous. So this is the link that is broken. We would want to edit that and make sure that you have no broken links on your website, so that there's your broken link right there. So that addresses two important pieces. We still haven't addressed how we actually ensure that when we change the title, uh, the URL is updated and the old link has a redirect to the new URL. And for that, we need another plugin. All right, so let's look at what that one is. All right, so I'm back in my WordPress dashboard. Let's go back to our plugins. And let's search for a new one called permalink. Permalink Manager. Here's the light version. As you can guess, there's a pro version. All right, so now that we have the permalink manager installed, let's go to settings. So the default setting is don't auto update permalinks, and this is a good setting to have, which gives you the flexibility to update only the posts or pages that you do want to update. So we'll leave it at that. Use native slugs. This one we want to change to use the title as slugs. So as we change title, the URL should update. Otherwise, whichever one was used the first time around would be the default. So we're changing this setting to titles and slugs. And exclude content types. Yes, we do want to exclude those. Just make it available only for posts and pages, which is fine. Let's save that setting. Let's go over to the redirection tab. Canonical old slug redirect. I thought, oh wow, okay. So I thought this was only available in the pro version, but this is part of the free version as well. We do want that. We want the old URL to redirect to the new URL without having to do it ourselves, right? So we do want to save that. Third party, let's just go to advanced. Show native slug on the side when you're editing it. I think this is a good option to have. So this is just displaying it for the admin user. So now that we have this configured, one other setting I do want to update is our permalinks. So currently we're using the default permalink structure, which is the date and year format. What we want to do is use the post format. So this is the day and name is the default format. We want to update it to post. Let's save that. And let's go over to our posts and let's edit this nice world of blog post. So when we enabled the permalink manager, it's adding this widget to let us know what the URI is, what is the native slug. So what I can do now is change the title to Jazzy and update, and that should be updating the URL. And it should actually update it to be without the date format. Okay, now it says Jazzy World, and this hasn't updated. Let me refresh. There you have it. We have an auto update of the URL. The nice world slug has changed. Now let me see if the redirect from old to new is working. So 2301, nice world. It still gives me a 404. So let me try loading this page because our old slug only has the nice world in there. I'm going to try that, see if that one redirects properly to Jazzy World. And it does. So maybe something happened with my configuration when I changed from like a different slug format to this format. And you can see that the native slug, which was the nice world, uh, does redirect to the Jazzy world. So the automatic redirect is working as well. So for now, this is the important thing that you want to take away from this video. You have a redirection plugin where you can manage custom redirects. You have a broken link checker to make sure that you don't have any broken links on your website. The end user has a good experience when they come to your website. And then this third one was just streamlining what happens when you make changes to your titles and SEO optimize your content. Make sure that the URLs are changing as well. And then when that change happens, there is no 404 page and there's an automatic redirect. So that makes just things maintenance wise, things a lot easier on your end with these plugins. That's all for this video. Hope you enjoyed this WordPress for SEO series. If you liked it, again, please give that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you in the next video.